A perfect brew every time. Dawnbringer's coffee. The rarest beans. Fire roasted. A one drop of perfection. At the beginning of your upkeep, choose bold, rich, legendary flavors. Choose Dawnbringer's coffee. The angel on your shoulder.
Available at all fine Sinclair superstores.
Greetings, everybody, and holy cow, played Magic already in the subscription category right out of the gates. Yeah, so nothing's changed since last week PC-wise. Hopefully everything is going to go well today, just like it did last week. Thank you for joining me, everybody. Been a crazy week for me. Actually, I've been driving all week. More on that later. I'm going to be playing Blue Belcher. I'm going to maybe rename this to Zero. A lot of fun with this list this week. I was trying to fit in a Myr angle with Glaze Fiend, and of course, if I went up against forests or plains, it was awesome. If I didn't, it died, and I got completely out of my own tempo. Big notes to these kind of lists, you need to go second. This is all about Zero and just smashing out a lot of stuff before they can regain any sort of composure and stuff. A lot of fun. Wouldn't take it to a league. I could see it going like a 3-2, maybe even a 4-1 if you drew well. But speaking of drawing well, that's one of the concessions I have made with this list. I got rid of the Great Furnace and just put in islands. I just really needed these to always come out, and because of that, I really wanted to fix my draw here too with Preordain. So enough about that. We'll go to the list here. Getting in early, says Shiraz. All right, and AZN2K2. All right, you're becoming quite the regular, my friend. Thank you for joining us bright and early. Speaking of bright and early, I've been getting up all week to make my 1 hour commute, and then 1 hour when I come home, and it's had a strange, I hate to admit this, it's had a strange therapeutic effect on me, just getting back to that grind. I know I hate myself for even saying that, but, you know, I radio listened to a podcast, whatever, and it kind of let my day get ramped up and begin, and then it was kind of like a blanket at the end of the day, and then I was home, and this next week I'll be working remotely again. It's kind of a week on, week off schedule, and I actually have to work tomorrow too. So this is my only day off, so I'm going to be partying hard today. So hopefully with all of you here too. Spike Pat TV, wow, man, thank you for the subs, my friends. Yeah, and our Legion, our local Legion store, Collector's Legion out of Lawndale. If you saw the top of the show, that's where we play every Sunday. Aaron will be there tomorrow. I won't be because I got to work, but most Sundays we are there if you want to meet us in person and have some good times with Pauper. We're getting quite a scene going on there, and I might even be live there now. They've been showing a lot of our propaganda commercials in their store, and it's been a really cool collaboration, or at least the beginnings of one. We hope to. Owner's very cool. Got to meet him. Anyway, enough about that crap. Let's talk about the list. We got 12 lands. 4 of them are islands. It's just a concession at tempo. We got 4 seats, 4 bluffs, and now we get to this. Now this, I really do want this to be Bone Splitter before you guys say this in chat and YouTube later on and stuff, but this Zero is just tremendously important because it acts as a bird of paradise with the improvise. And I don't like that 3/3 improvise guy anymore. It just it takes your whole turn, and it's just a slow lightning bolt. Anyway, 4 Lotus Petal, expensive concession of the deck. If you can't afford these, maybe go with 2 more Scale and 2 more Crypts main to keep your tempo up. That might be a cheaper way to do this. 4 Ornithopters. I sure wish it looked like this beautiful thing I'm inside of, thanks to Amy Weber's art. And who's Tokasia, by the way? The quote underneath me, don't really hear much. Maybe is it a planeswalker or who knows? Yeah, V says good morning. And our thoughts as always. Don't want to bring anything down, but Hexxen Rouge, our hearts are with you. Fighting the good fight in Ukraine. So we got 4 Ornithopters, 4 Phyrexian Walkers, 2 Tormods, Crypts, and 4 Welding Jars. This is the sneaky MVP of the list. So many people, they just see it as just this cannon fodder. Whoa! Lantius subscribed for 13 months at Lantius TV. Holy crap. Thank you so much. I just hope my stream doesn't have any hiccups today. That's awesome. Holy crap. Anyway, so Welding Jar is one of those things people just forget it because you don't see it very often. And there's so many times it'll save a Myr Enforcer from a Galvanic Blast. This is something that doesn't need to be saved, the Bastion Inventor, which can come out as quickly as turn 1 if you look closely. And there are games, hopefully we'll have today, that do that. We have Thoughtcast and Preordain. There is shared discovery. I know we have a lot of creatures. I even tried it with the 0/6 wall, and it just doesn't show up at the right times. I'd like to have something that just hits every time with Preordain. 2 scale, I was trying 4. I had to make some concessions to get them some things lower, and I kind of delved deep into the Preordain world there. 4 Tooth. 4 Enforcers and 4 Frogmites. This scale is really fun against what I was just talking about, like Galvanic Blast, and you're like, nope, now it's a 4/5, or, you know, errors when it comes to creature combat and blocking. So one of the biggest screw-ups with this list is hexproof. So we're running all 4 Curfew. As you can see, we don't really mind returning a lot of our options here. We can just usually recast them at instant speed, especially if we play this as a sorcery on our turn. We got 4 Hydroblasts, 2 Krark-Clan Shaman. I used to run 2 main and when I had the furnaces, but I moved them to the sideboard. 3 Gutshot, and you're like, why is this old bald idiot playing Ravenform? Well, I'll tell you, it's Fangren Marauder, and I can't get past that, and I needed a way to get rid of it for good, and Ravensform. So good times. Anyway, guys, we're going to head on over. I don't know why Okiba showed up all of a sudden. Make sure the deck is set correct. We've got this here, and we are good to go. So hopefully we get a nice... I got to go second. I got to go second. I got to go second. This is like a mantra. You just have to, like, keep your hands away from the keyboard. All right, we don't have to worry about this because we are going second organically, but we are really flooded here. A little too much. 4, 5. We could play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll have a turn 2 Inventor with this hand, and we're on the draw, so we'll keep it. This is a really bad flood hand. I mean, we only have 12 lands, and we got 2 petals. We're really going to lean on this Bastion Inventor's hexproof to try to get there quickly. Hopefully we can. Might not be the best keep, especially if this is burn, and it looks to be. But we'll slow roll this into our Bluff Bridge, depending. Oh, we've got the Tooth, right? Yeah, we'll leave these guys out for, we'll just keep them guessing. Feign a little weakness. We got a Bastion Inventor next turn, I believe. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Toothmaker. Better go second because you often need the extra card to go off. Yep. Yeah, this is a really bad example, but, you know, where have you heard that before? Last week's show, the week before that, the week before that. It's a very common theme here on Propaganda. I tend to start very slowly. My opening hands in game 1 are usually a mulligan or, you know, like this. We have 12 lands and we're looking at 3 of them and 2 petals. So this looks to be the Blackburn variant with red included into it. I haven't seen this too much, and when I do, I'm playing Blackburn and I hold them over my knee and spank them pretty bad. Woo! May the tooth be with you. Well said, my friend. All right, somebody's got a little bit too much caffeine in them. We'll drop this, drop this. And what's cool about this list? Well, a lot of things are cool about this list, but you can use your Lotus Petals twice. So that's 5. Here we go with this. Now, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We've got it. I'm really tempted to play this Thoughtcast. It's probably the right play because we have so many zeros in this. What's the chat say? We need 1 to power this up. That'll cost that. 2, 3, 4, 5. If we get one more thing, we'll be fine. I think I'm going to do it. All right. History favors the bold. Let's do it. We'll play this. Play this, this. Now check this out, everybody. Hey, these Lotus Petals, you can use them twice. Uh-oh. Better be careful. Pay 1. There we go. Pay 1 at the bottom. Pay 1 at the bottom. Pay 1. Hey, why not? You know, we just threw this saw out in the middle of the road. Let's get some use out of it, right? And that's a tooth. So I think oh boy, it'd be fun to use that offensively. I mean, he's not going to be attacking anyway. So we'll just do this. Boop. There we go. And we're good to go. Technically, I could have played that Ornithopter first, attacked for 1 there. No, I couldn't have. Never mind. Thank you for that. Played Magic. And if you like, use your Pauper points. You can control my sideboard option. We still have never had somebody do that. It's an interesting little feature. Level 1 hype train in effect. Oh, and now it's over. Teach me for trying to do this thing they call reading. Had a great... Oh, check that out. Killing the creature. I like that card, Gift of Fangs. Very flexible. Uh-oh. Looks like we're going to be taking 4 here. They chose torture. We'll choose torture. You always want to choose what your opponent chooses on that call. Otherwise, you take a bath. Alrighty. Maybe we can get there. Hopefully they're just holding lands. Had a really late night with our neighbors last night. It was so fun. It's our neighbor's birthday. Boy, well, if you're going to get flooded, you might as well do it this way, right? Let me focus on this. More on the neighbors in a minute. It was her birthday, and my wife made a really cool little cake. And I just had a really, really good time. I'm going to go like this. One more improvise, huh? Well, I can always equip this and then do this, right? I'm going to, since we're flooded, we'll put this on here. Isn't that funny? My son's always getting after me when we're playing in paper. He's like, don't tap your equipment, Dad. And I'm just like, well, look at this, son. 6 ain't nothing to sneeze at, but we are going against a black burn list, so yeah, and he's got that option too. Nice and protected though. Feeling all right. Tooth and bone, what do you call bone saw has a lot of options in that, you know, you can block delvers and fairies and stuff like that all day long. I'm not telling any tales out of school. Y'all know that already. Woo! Oh, well, you know what? I'm going to lose the tapped one because I want to keep my life where it's at. Where are Ornithopters now, right? Don't have another. Don't have another. I love me some blood tokens. It's like the Retrace City. We've got the Oompa Loompa commercial for one of our breaks today. One of our fan favorites. Good Lord. I am really had enough of these lands. My goodness. There's nothing in the yards that can really hurt us, so the Tormod's Crypt is really kind of doing nothing there. Really kind of. Come on, let it through, let it through, let it through. Dang it. My tooth is just stuck at the dentist chair. Bummer. Alrighty. Let's go. I will tell you this, though, about the new gig. I was crestfallen. I went in thinking I was going to be, you know, there to see people and stuff. I enter this room. Oh, boy, he's got our number. And there's my computer, just like I have it set up at home. Literally the same monitors, same everything, because that's the computer I control. And that was it. It was exactly the same job. I just have to drive there now to do it. It makes no sense. I was talking to Toothmaker about it on the phone. Got better throughout the week. Didn't feel as crestfallen, but I was just like thinking like maybe directors or, you know, would come in and at least there'd be some give and go that you can't get online. But it's like, nope, we're still using Slack. We're still just emailing everything. And it's just like, oh my God. So you're just adding hours to my day just because. So it's hard for me to get my head around. But where were you, Walker? Ooh, I got a bad case of deja vu just now. Yeah, there's definitely something to that, Toothmaker. There was a, and like I said, I hate to admit it. You know, I'm the first person, if I could wave a wand, but I hate to say, I'm sure there's a give and go too. If you know, 4 months from now, if I'm going in every day, it'll probably be the reverse, right? Where you need to, all right, this guy's just got this game. This is Hardwired Verdicts main. Those are usually a sideboard card I've found in these kind of styles, because the one life in a burn style list isn't usually too much of the focus point, but it's working on us, that's for sure. Pauper Tim, subscribe for 12. My goodness, this is just the prime train here. Thank you, everybody. My goodness. Like I said, I haven't made any changes to my PC. It worked fabulous last week. A little loud, but there is a thing called what is it called? The slop client inside of OBS, and it makes like proxy files, and that's what was causing a lot of these crashes. And of course, you know, all the gigs that I'm running, it was literally like 4 or 5 times the show. So come on, something good. They're hell bent. Let's get something. Come on now. No, we don't like any of this, and none of those will work. Oh boy, we have seen enough lands here to choke a fault grinder. How's that? I like these old school artifacts. You know, I have to hand it to Wizards the majority of the time, whether it's the mulligan rule or the design of being able to read a power and toughness, you know, having things stand out on the card, like down in the corner. It used to be really hard to tell. Or rarities and things. They do a lot of things right, but one of the things I think they got wrong is this looks like a white card to most people. This is definitely an artifact. Let's bring back the brown, I say. Stay for the loud audio. Am I too loud? You're making me nervous. I got everything set where I was. All right, we're just going to walk into our deck's fighting us here, so I'm not going to fight it there. Start off with an L and go from there. Woo! All right. Well, scale is interesting, but it's not going to be relevant here because their damage is going to be of the black persuasion. We'll get rid of the crypts. I see too much coming out there. Obviously, we're going to be bringing in our Hydroblast. I don't know if all of those are necessary. Epicure, they are running that combination there. So I'll bring these in. Yeah, no, all my levels should be dead set, so holler if they aren't, but I imagine I would have heard by now. Let me see here. Yep. I'll bring in the last and submit. I don't mean submit in the giving up way. All right, go in second. Go in second. Sometimes you can get free turns this way, especially online. Nope. And we'll keep this. Yeah. Keep. See if we get a freebie. A lot of times the cadence of the turn, people just tend to think, oh, you're going to go first. It's like, nope. So if you auto yield there, sometimes you can get a free pass. Drum roll. Oh, darn it. They're aware. I'd rather counter stuff. I don't really have too much going on here. I'll always lead off with a Welding Jar, just in case things get a little hairy. Boop. We'll do this. Cast this. And since we've only got a our guy out there, I don't know if I want to really... let's do this. I guess I could play a Welding Jar on that. You know what? I'd actually rather... drop a petal. I should have done that first, so I don't lose a jar, but anyway, I've got the best of both worlds. 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts out. Feeling good. Didn't see any Chainer's Edict, so there's that. 3 lands in both hands. My goodness. Well, this is going to be quite the slow attack if we don't start drawing a little bit better. I don't know where our Thoughtcasts are hiding, but we will eventually see them. But I don't know if it's going to be in time. But we have had multiple, like, I think 5-0 or 2 and a couple 4-1s. So if we don't do good today, who cares? Got to keep things creative and fresh, right? Got to be fearless. Ooh, Okiba. I love that card, and boy, did I get it wrong. I saw that in the spoilers. I'm like, yeah, it's all right. And as you all know, it's won me quite a few items. We'll go like this, and we're not getting there any time this week with this ridiculous attack. And this is a scenario where Bone Splitter would seem superior, but believe you me, there are times you need that 0 to come out swinging, especially when you're going second. Too small. Oh, it's Okiba Rekna Raid. And now he's draining our life for even more. Feigning with mountains as we sit here. And did we get duped? Did he take out all his goods? All right, we got a little bit more offense. We got triple defense. We can't block that, but good news is it doesn't come. It's not going to be turning sideways for another turn. Careful when you play in paper. A lot of times... people will try to, when that flips, they just think it can attack and you still have a whole nother turn. No offense to our opponent. Feeling a little unlucky here, getting with 12 lands and getting flooded both games. There's the fruit. Well, why is not just playing black? Oh boy. Oh, we can't block anyway. Let's go. Maybe we can get him down to this. I gotta crack my back and I can't do it. I'm losing my skills. Yeah, so we got some Innistrad trivia. We got the Oompa Loompa magic theme song. Little Pauper sunrise coming at ya. Booyah. Oh, hurry up and kill us, would ya? Maybe I can make a mid-game adjustment if we keep drawing this many lands. Like I said, it's frustrating because, you know, I played this quite a bit this week and really liked where it was at. And today we're just drawing a lot of blah. All right, we'll do this. Keep our options open. Rakdos Madness Burn is great. Oh boy, I disagree, Pauper Tim. I don't think I've ever disagreed with you more. That card is so much card. The curve is so relevant too, especially when you're playing Soul Reap. We got him to 20, guys. It's a small moral victory. Hey, Neogist, first time chatter. Do you guys think Pauper power level is like standard or modern? Maybe in between? I think it's better. There's some combo decks in modern that can just go crazy, but Pauper has a turn 2 kill in Tireless Tribe. And about 6 or 7 years ago, I know the regulars are tired of hearing about this. I entered I forget if it was, I think it was Legacy with a Pauper list, and I won it. It was only 3 rounds, but I made a lot of people very pissed off. Is that like 2008-ish? It was a Kiln Fiend, Lava Darts, Empty the Warrens, Bushwhacker, you know, my typical deluxe red list, and a lot of fun. But it was fun taking down such high-level prices. All right, well, we didn't win that one, that's for sure. Crunch. I'll say Tolcha. We're dead. So yeah, don't blink. So I think people hear Pauper and they think because you're paying this much, you're going to have this much fun, and it's quite the reverse. There's a reason it's you know, I spell standard with a little $sign. And gosh, I haven't played standard probably since Odyssey block. Just because, you know, I was so all in with Toothmaker and company in the chat. We were so into drafting all the time. And so once the invasion block constructed rotated out, I kind of had everything ready and I played for a little bit. And then the second the rotation happened, I was like, screw this. And then Magic Online came. Nope. We are going second. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, we like this hand a lot. This is what we should have had last game. Dang it. Okay. I just, like I said, I went with just mono black. I mean, I have the Rakdos for the buyback of Bump in the Night, but we'll keep. And we'll see. Yield to the stern. By sniping. We've already faced one. I like to keep it a little fresher than that. All right. We'll lead off with the jar. Play this. Play this. Play this. Not quite sure. We got 5 there. We'll preordain. Maybe we can find some more zeros. Probably not enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, that's cool. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll say bottom and top. Top. And we'll be doing some fun stuff next turn. But for now, we got nothing. Yeah. Yeah, Neogist, if you want, about 2 weeks ago, I played a mono black. Like I said, it has Rakdos Canarium in it, but you can, gosh, I think you can get that list online for like 20, 30 bucks tops, and that's if you have to buy everything. Might be wrong, plus or minus a few dollars there, maybe even minus. Yeah, I won 2 local events back to back. One Pauper Classic Tuesday, and then I've been working too much to really bring it. That's the problem with having a job at a computer is, you know, sometimes it's your free time, and that's the last thing you want to do because you spend all day on the computer. So it doesn't last too long, though. I'm able to get back on the computer pretty fast. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We can do this. We can do, oh, we do have to pay 1. Gosh darn it. I got that wrong. If we preordain, we might be able to fall into that. Let's just get our guys out. Would have been really nice to do something there, but we can't. We've got the welding jar back up. Seagate. All right, well, that's going to absorb some damage. Been seeing that a little bit more here and there. People dusting the old card off and getting some old advantage out of it. Bastion Inventor, sporting the Delver haircut, kind of like that. A lot of bald cards in Magic, or in Pauper, I should say, that are really good. Wonder if you could sort in the future. You you know, the card art and stuff be like, sort by bald. That'd be pretty great. Let's pay our investments forward here straight out of the gates. I'll cast Bastion Inventor. We will pay 1, pay 1, pay 1, and another. See where this is going. Pay that, and then we'll do this. Pay. Yeah. That's usually about how the deck plays here. I'm going to do this before combat. Be nice to get a scale in our hand. Hey, look at that. Given the board, I don't want to lose my jar, so I'm actually going to put both of these on... No, I'm going to put this on the bottom. I'm actually going to put the scale in our hand, because we're going to be up against Galvanic Blast, and I don't want to trip that Welding Jar for no reason. Cool, cool. I mean, that could have been 5, but... Let's see what we're going to get. The Bastion Inventor. Oh, didn't see that coming. Really got no answer for that. Wow. Well, this will just be an equip turn, and looks like we're going to get blinked to death and still not win a game. Will it be one of those shows? Who knows? All right, no reason to attack. At least we got Tormod's Crypt. It's a wee bit organic, right? Keep them from the Ardent Elementalist. I think that's probably the game plan here. There's a guy that plays this deck in our local store really well in paper. I like when you play Ephemerate and you just, instead of exiling, you just put it on the top of your deck so you know it kind of reminds you and it makes sense right where it's at, right? All right, things are about to get a little messy. This is looking bad very quickly. We didn't come out fast enough, but even if we did, optimally, they would at most be at like 8 life with like an optimal draw, so be a wee bit weak to this strategy, that's for sure. This goes under one of those tired of playing everything, want to have some fun sort of lists. You know, you just don't feel inspired and you start playing it and remembering to go second and you have a lot of good times. So, yeehaw. We got a little Mole Drifter spoof coming up. One ball breaks. Make sure I do all this. Ephemerate. Showing it up. There we go. Nobody's doing much attacking. So here, you know, as goofy as that scale looks, if an Ornithopter does get out of control, we can just block it with the Mole Drifter. We can block it and use the Tooth to keep it alive. So it's kind of like this indefinite fun. I think our opponent has read the card Welding Jar, which makes things bad for us. We can't attack, so we might as well pass. Gotta keep that Tormod's open. New Ephemerate looks pretty sweet. Kind of partial to the original artwork of the lion. What do you say, chat? That'd be a fun Twitch name. Just name yourself Chat. And then you can claim that when they're saying, you're chiming in too much. Be like, well, you keep asking me. Sorry, really bad. Twitch dad joke. Is there such a thing? I shouldn't get Pauper Tim started. He'll hit us with billions. The Fleet Commander. That's a pretty sweet little combo there. You gain Monarch. And the opponent can't even do any tricks to keep you out of the woodworks. All right, finally we get a card that resembles how I built it. Let's go. No lands. Might. Cool. No sense in having them sit in our hand. The Tooth can keep those alive against a Cannonade as well. Given this board, it'll be decision time if that shows up. That 2 backside of the Crimson Fleet Commander. I doubt that they are willing to get rid of that, but who knows? He's got Galvanic Blast options or Ephemerate options. The chat has been really quiet, guys. Somebody say something. Just make sure I'm still on air. Boop-a-doo. There I am. All right. All right. Fun's over. Boink. All right. Thank you for that, Shiraz. Get that graveyard out of there. I'd love to hit more targets than that, but they might just have another Ephemerate in their hand. If they do, it might be scoop time. Don't want to bore you guys with these infinite loops. Hey, yeah. This is looking bad. All right, we'll just go to game 2 here. Oops, conceit. Boop. It's another L. Call it USA Ephemerate. That'll remind me of things. Don't really have to worry about red. We don't have too much graveyard hate, do we? The Gutshot's not going to do too much good. Boy, oh boy. Feeling a little backed up. You know what? The Shaman, I'm going to bring in one of these. And I'm actually going to lose an island. Just going to have the one for kind of an alpha strike. Maybe. Oh, another cool list, guys. If you are going against 1/1s and such, the Shaman with the scale is pretty fun times if you're doing it for one, because then he doesn't die. It's a nice little trick. Alrighty, let me get rid of I'll get rid of a tooth. Only got the petal and the bridge to get us there. So the ways to build this, we'll see. I only want to see those late, so I don't mind having to wait around for the mana to show up. Nope. We like our mana. 1, 2, 3, 4. Go through this turn. Open up our yards. Probably still not fast enough hand, but I can't say no to this. Waiting for our opponent. Keep. Okay. Let's begin. 1, 2, 3. Next turn, maybe. We'll do this. And I'm just going to leave it at that. No sense in giving them ammo, right? Sometimes game 3 you can drop an Ornithopter here and they'll bolt it and it's the right play because they've seen the tempo go off. But I'll consider today's show a success, not by the win-loss category, but if we can have one of those dump hands where we get like 2 more Enforcers on turn 1 or something. It's intoxicating when that happens. It's awesome. All right, let's bring out the Welding Jar. Bring out the saw. Bring out the Thoughtcast. There was some sort of storm mechanic. It might be a pretty cool play here, but most of those are gone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do I get greedy? It worked last time. Well, let's see if we get another 0 here. If we don't, we really wasted our turn. We'll say bottom. We'll say top. We'll bring out the frog. This low of a curve, you almost always have to do this. Boop, 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 boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. So we've got a little bit of offense here. We've got regeneration, and we've got hexproof, and we got draw next turn. Looks pretty good, but you know we're up against one of the most powerful decks in Pauper. Like when it gets going, and it doesn't need that long. We're not hitting it hard enough to really represent. But Stumpy Wire. How are you, good sir? Back at you. Good to see you, and thank you for chiming in. We played just the other night, I believe. It's nice to see you again. That bone saw represents that Frogmite actually getting in damage and making them use a good removal on a okay creature. This would be pretty terrifying to see in real life. That's when you know AI has gone a little haywire. If you like Black Mirror on Netflix, there's probably my favorite one is called, it's about the little robot dog. Man, that is a beautifully done show. All right, let's Thoughtcast. Everything's pre-combat here because we've got so many combat tricks. We've got to do it first. Just how I roll anyway. Woo! Speaking of my Ric Flair logic. All right, we'll do this. Let's see what else we can get. Boop. I do love 4 Preordains in this list. I think I might be able to cut 1 island. Maybe I'll write that for the what would you know? Isn't that funny? 12 lands and you're like, oh, maybe I should cut these things, right? All right. Well, at this stage, I kind of like all of this offense. I don't think the Tooth is really going to make that big of a difference here. It's mostly for tempo, and we've already got that. So I'm going to say bottom top. I'll just play this. And the way the game's looking right now, I'm going to put a saw on the Mite and one on the Ornithopter. Now, you know, you might be like, wow, this looks, it feels good, but let's remember, boys and girls, one Stonehorn, and we're kind of out of the race here. So probably should have brought in, what do you call, Raven's Crime. If we go to game 3, I'll have to remember to do that before to just wipe the board. But yeah, see that no block just tells you a lot. It's like, I got this. I got my Stonehorn right behind you. Hey, Angry Sloth. First time chatter, they're going to have a hard time with the Hexproofer. Well, not if Rhino Man comes out. Don't be Rhino Man. Ah! It's Rhino Man. Never fails. There goes our attack plans. You know what? Dispel would be really good in this. Honestly, this has never come up. I know, obviously it will, but just in playrooms and stuff, I just wasn't prepared. Very prepared for red, hexproof. Some of the things that got me, so I loaded up on those. But yeah, I don't know if Dispel would really win against this list, but got your obvious Galvanic Blast argument. Could easily go there, but you need red when you need it, meaning like my Krark-Clan Shaman, that's when things get out of control and you can wipe the board or have the choice to. So you can wait. That doesn't happen right away. So those sorts of rules make sense. But Galvanic Blast, one of those things, when you draw it, you want to be able to use it. Yes, welcome on board, Angry Sloth. What a cool name. I can't do much about that with what we've got. Good news is, it doesn't look like they have Ephemerate. And we've got some funny combat math we can pull off here, especially with that scale sneaking in. You might think that we forgot to do something, but we did not. Let's get in while we can. Yeah, don't believe me. I've had a main before, and with Great Furnace plan and stuff, but all right, we like this. I will gladly trade you a Frogmite for a Stonehorn Dignitary today. Ooh. So careful here. We got to take out the Stonehorn. We'll say okay to this order. That's how we want to roll. Oops, it's a scale. I misread that. All right, well, we can at least... oh, boy, that was a big misread. I thought that was Tooth. I play Tooth too often. Let's see. He's going to hit us for 2. We'll just keep this alive and make it look like we know what we're doing, which we don't because of that play. Punt number 1 for the day. Oh, well. Get him a little apprehensive, right? Where he's like, oh, no. He's got all these little combat tricks that might show up out of the blue. It's not much of a trick there, right? I think I'm just going to keep that, and hopefully we just draw the Tooth. We're really flooded again. But obviously, there's a lot of design room here, Spec Pack TV. I mean, it's not like I got two wins. I'm looking at a few L's over here, but it'll turn around. I'll have one of those kaboom turns where people are like, oh my God, can I get that list? And it's like, slow your roll. Sometimes we have games where we're flooded. The strange balance. Get your Innistrad trivia minds ready. We've got that up at our first break. And we've got the Charlie and the Chocolate Factory Oompa Loompa magic theme song coming up for our second break. Yeah, I had to pitch shift that a few times, and so I had to sing out of key in one spot. Always bugs me, but I can do a lot of things, but well, no, I could technically do that. Oh, this is going south quick. Okay. Don't really see much response here. All right. Boop. Holding up counterspell mana. Interesting. Yeah, if you play this or play against it, what are the odds, right? Unless you sign in next game. But usually best not to pick on my lands. I've won some games with no lands, and that's a lot of fun. Play this. We'll keep our island a mystery. And we Might as well try to get in for maximum here. We're probably going to trade with a Seagate, which is still just way too much time we're giving our opponent here. Do this here. We can regenerate that Walker. Not sure if that's the best play or not, but it's at least survivable to a lightning bolt here. But yeah, you're right, Spec Pack TV. Look at the board now. It'd be really nice to have Galvanic Blast, but like I said, the same logic happened with Glaze Fiend. I was playing the Dimir lands and had 1 or 2 games. Of course, it's always the first 2 games when you're really high on the deck and you're like, wow, look at this. This got potential. But Welding Jar is not always there. And then one of the things Aaron realized when he saw me, I had like 2 blowout wins, and I was like, he was kind of talking me off the ledge. He's like, Dad, he goes, look at all the tempo you're losing waiting to play that on turn 2. And then you could have already done like 8, 10, 12 damage if I had played the traditional way like this, which we haven't really seen explode yet, but it'll get there. Alrighty. Maybe not. And that's what I really wish, was that Bastion Inventor was an artifact, because if that was the case, we could keep it alive with the Welding Jar. So be very careful. It is not an artifact. It's only pretending to be one on TV. Ooh, another scale. How fun is this, right? Good lordy, I wish that was there. You know what? This will kill either way. So I'm going to try to do some trading here. Boop. We do draw the scale, not the tooth, but that'll let our inventor live. Right? Yeah, I think so. Let's go. Bam. This is getting interesting. Maybe they don't always have ephemerate. Okay. We'll say scale here. We'll say scale here, unless they got a counter. It felt like when Rally of the Peasants isn't played at sorcery speed, which is always a thing I've been against. Booyah! Take that, Crimson Commander. I'm all about Sapphire over here. Come on. Give me some Sapphire color love. Let's go. Good news. With my job, I've been getting a heck of a lot better at Photoshop. I'd give myself about a solid B. There's definitely some things I can't do that others might think are, but for what I use it for, getting pretty adept. The Sky Mason, what a cool name. He should be playing a deck that has a bunch of flying and artifacts, right? Blue Robot. Not the style name for this list. Okay. I'll go there. Did he draw it? Or one card. You feel so vulnerable in this sort of scenario. We really don't have an answer there, but it'd be funny. Have to resort to Galvanic Blast in the sideboard. There's a tooth that feels pretty good. I'll throw some surprises in the mix. Let's attack. Let's see what we can do. Something's going to die, hopefully. Maybe not. Booyah, booyah. Oh, man, I wish I had another tooth. There's no sense in playing it now. All right. Boy, they're 20 cards in. I haven't seen an ephemerate yet. I'm feeling pretty lucky. And that luck only lasts so long. What? Yeah, we're not going to let that happen. No. Haha. Try countering that. You can't. It stays out, Governor. And now I've got 2 scales. 2 scales in the race. Yeah, Welding Jar, Seal of Fire, you know, all the seals in Magic, they're awesome because once they hit, they're uncounterable on Paupers. So, good times. A lot of times I like playing Seal of Fire in Boros Bully. I like it in a lot of red decks against fairies because once you set it out there, turn 1, and then they think they have that fairy lock on you. Same with Lava Dart. You know, you just, boop, nope. Hey, forgot about me. I played a guy last week who was definitely new to fairies lists and had to explain. That was a strange thing. I had to explain the stack to somebody as far as like, you know, his fairy came out and I was like, in response, zap. And he's like, oh. That was a Kombaji Witch. That new crab stops them. The new crab. Oh, yeah. Yeah, it costs 3, though. And I know, feels like we have plenty of mana, and we have for the last few games, but, oh, boy. If he doesn't hit Ephemerate here, I'm going to go get some lottery tickets. I think we're heading into the first commercial with a bunch of L's. Yep. Not much we can do there. I won't give up quite yet. Maybe we'll have a Thoughtcast turn and we'll be able to do some stuff. So remember, if we do draw a Krark-Clan Shaman, we can keep our Bastion Inventor alive if we sweep for 4. It's pretty reckless. It's an option. But yeah, I should have definitely brought in Raven's Crime. It's just going to see that one coming from a mile away, right? No sense in attacking. Here we go. No attackies. I think I also need Crypt number 3 sideboard. Feeling awfully naked without that Tormod's Crypt here. Acts as a bird of paradise early and saves you from these loop combos later. This fundamentally is my least favorite thing about Pauper, if anybody's out there, are these recursion loop combos. It's inarguably crazy powerful. Nobody's ever going to argue that. It just takes the game offline. These things just go, and just the nature of them. Pauper can gain a little bit too much life. You can get there a little too quick, and so if I was on the banning board, that would be I'd be really after Ghostly Flicker, Ephemerate, those sorts of things, and see where the meta lies there. Maybe unban other options. Plus, when you have access to islands, flipping the script, not even talking about this topic, you have access to go grab your basics. So it's always a good thing to have a few basics in your list for very basic reasons. All right. Where do we go here? I haven't been here in like a week. Usually I'm like, this is right where I work. And so I feel like, back to the same. And nope. All right. Yeah, this is getting out of control quick. Might as well keep up the ruse. Maybe he'll use a Cleansing Wildfire thinking he can trump us. Might as well get the artifacts down if the, what do you call, Krark-Clan Shaman plan comes into play. Yeah, I tried to make the black Deadly Dispute was where I went with it, and the Glaze Fiend and stuff, and outside of those optimal draws, it's a no-go zone, I tell you. Got him at 11. Not gonna be enough. Crunch. Yeah, we're just getting kicked around here. One more draw, and then I'm going to scoop, and we'll go to first commercial, and hopefully come back with a lot more wins. If not, no biggie. Oh, and also, somebody in one of the YouTube videos, I'm getting so many comments now. Thank you. I can't keep up with all of them, but they're like, no leagues. And I'm like, oh, I'm happy to play a league if somebody wants to sport up the money. We've done that about 7 or 8 times before we stopped playing tournaments live. But if you got the cash, you want to trade me the tickets, I'm more than happy to play a league with deck of said choice, You can make me crash burn with a bad option, or maybe one of your brews you want to see played live. And I promise to give it at least a day or two of practice prior. Hopefully it's not a clock hound or teachings or something I'm just naturally bad at, but more than happy to. All right, guys. Our deck's fighting us. They're halfway through the list. We could maybe deck them here, but I'm going to go get some more coffee. I recommend you do the same. Catch a bathroom break, and we'll be back right after this Innistrad trivia. Whoa-ha-ha.
Craft meal to perfection. Cast Searing Spice to instantly enchant any meal. Defend your food from boredom. Get Thermo Alchemist Searing Spice. And untap the flavor.
Available at Singular Superstore and Marasas Market.
And we're back. Ooh, this is weird. 1, 2, 3. We are on the draw. Oh, keep it. 2 islands is just wonky. If these were artifacts, we'd be having a really nice turn 1. Got the Welding Jar back up, so a little draw dependent. Yo, yes, Griffin MTG. First time chat. Thank you for joining us, and thank you for the comment. Yes, Stonehorn is, and just by the comment, I can tell maybe you're a little new to Pauper, but yeah, it's one of the MVPs, that's for sure. It's crazy. Hexxen Ruge. Yes, he's back. Woo! Good to see you, my friend. Lead off with a jar. Actually, with Spell Pierce being a thing, we might want to reverse our order of some things here. We'll play this. And if this is fairies, we're going to have a good old time. Boop-a-doop. One of the cooler things, too, about Lotus Petal, you can, it counts as an artifact with, like, what do you call, Thoughtcast? Or, I mean, oh, when it looks for, casting cost of affinity, and then you can trip it for that last one. So it's a nice little trick. Great to see you, Hexxen Ruge. I thought last week was going to be one of the last weeks we saw you. It's great to see you. Oh, a little bit too much tempo. We get a W, but problem is we don't know what the hell we're going up against. So, and they do. We will be going second. I don't think we're going to need scales here. I do think we're going to need Gut Shot, given that I just saw Island. I mean, and we probably won't need the Crypt. And I'd like to get in that other Gut Shot. Boop. Let's hope for the best. Let's say no to the rest. Yeah. Alrighty. Yeah, I missed Pauper Classic Tuesday. I don't even know what won it last week. Like I said, pat myself on the back. I got it the week before with my little Blackburn engine that could. But I've been too much of working stiff. Like I said, boy, I really am appreciating this Saturday. Worked all week. I got to work tomorrow, all next week, and then I think I got to work the next Sunday too. No, yeah, it's pretty crazy. Got a camping trip planned in a few. Better let y'all know. I am going to miss a Saturday in the future. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Almost there. Too good to ignore. We'll keep beep. So honestly, this is how the deck plays when the majority of the time, I just have these really nice just kaboom draws, but I tell you, there's something real to the universe. It knows when I am when I'm playing. I don't want to pay 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'd rather get this dude out, right? Can I do that? Do I have 5? Yeah, I got 5. Boop, 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 boop. Man, if that was an artifact, see what we could do. Bloop, but it isn't. It's an Artificer. If you're dyslexic like me, you squint real hard and it looks like it works. All right, here we go. Saw a cool mono green infect list using Briar Shield. You can bring that up in chat. I'd appreciate it. Hey, is Chimpskey joining us? He must be doing that theater thing. I know he helps out at a local theater a lot and building up the community. Oh no, familiars. Are we going to have Flicker loop number 6, 7, and 8? Let's try to get there and make the hour too late. Yeah. We'll use that bone saw for the goods. Drop this. Hey, look at this. It looks like a deck, right, guys? See what happens when we don't draw a bunch of lands? Boop. 7. Briar Shield. Gotta be careful when you trip it, though. It loses that first buffer, so your math can get a little wonky sometimes. You think you got them at a 10 infect, and you're like, nope, it's 9. Oh, okay. I figured it was a cinema thing. I send that email out, Shiraz, and then I just leave it. Okay, that's a whole lot of nothing. Oh, this looks like a reality acid list. It's damn good against us if we don't have this kind of a start. So you can start picking on our boys, but don't like that life. That kind of blows, but we've got quite a bit of power coming over. So I want you guys to focus on why this worked, right? This game on the draw, but we didn't draw too many lands, which is something we have been doing a lot of. I see no reason not to do this, to this, to this. We'll spread out our attack here. And throw the tooth up here, throw the tooth down here. Crunch. We just don't need mana. So if their plan is to hurt our mana, we're good with that. So honestly, I think we might want to lose one island and bring back either a Scale or a Tormod's Crypt. Kind of lean more towards a Scale. That card's really growing on me. I'm not very defensively minded, but ugh. Boy, you talk about what year is it, right? Face Feathers. As long as it doesn't get countered, that's a lot of card, you know. Get you right back in it, gain your life, and a lot of people don't remember that one, but we keep drawing gas. Let's keep spreading out our attack. So our opponent is fond of doing the opposite. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep. Boop. Boop. Yeah. So that was 2, 4, 8 life gained against us, and it wasn't enough. Good times. All right. We have turned a corner. Let us keep going. We will create. Yeah. So yeah, this. Uh-oh. We got an angry rematch. Is that it? Nope. We'll keep. Yield. Keep. See how this goes. I hope it's not the same list. No, it's the same opponent, I believe. Unless I've gone completely crazy. Welding Jar lead. We'll play this. We'll play this. Play the Scale. We'll play the guy. And that's all we can do. Yeah, Captain Vlad Tepes. I love the energy. 14 months. Oh my goodness. You guys, thank you so much. Wowza. Still an artifact. They get the draw, but it's all good times. Woo! Alrighty. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh no! I miscalculated, Governor. Attack! We don't have too much going on here. Got greedy. Thought that Thoughtcast would give us a few more zeros. Missed the start again. Damn shenanigans. Yeah, it'll go away pretty damn soon. I was wondering where you were. I won't lie. We got our lovely regulars. Thank you for always joining me, everybody. Yeah, United States, we got that silly farming logic with the clock. I know I bitched about it last week and get in this little bubble and you just forget where everything's at. So, all right, let's 1. I don't want to pay 1. Let's go have some fun. Let's get some free mana. If we're going to pay 1, we want to draw 2 cards. Uh-oh. All right, we'll say bottom. We'll say top. This will be explosive. All right, I will pay 1 this time. Dang it. Because this will make this free. Free. Boop, boop, boop. And then we're going to turn our Myr Enforcer into a Bird of Paradise. Where have you seen that happen before? I'll tell you, nowhere. Woo! Everything's free. It's a sale deck. 40% off. Sunday only. Kids arrive early. All this firepower, we really haven't done too much. Face Feathers is going to put them at 22, and then we're going to start smashing face. But Preordain is a very welcome sight to see. Captain Vlad Tepes, I've never known that you were from France. We're only changing tomorrow. You guys do that too? I didn't even know other countries did it. Shows how politically world affair ignorant I am. I have nothing against traveling. I just never tend to do it. When you're a cheap guy that likes Pauper, sometimes you're like, I can. What Lao Tzu say? You can see the whole world from your window. It's like there's some truth to that. That's for sure. All right, you always want to do this stuff first because we might draw into some good stuff. We don't need the pedal anytime soon. Bottom, we'll say top. We got problems all over the place for our opponent. We got a Scale active. We might as well go hiya. Play the tooth. Not much of a surprise. but therein lies. I wish we had a creature that flies. All right, enough of the Princess Bride rhyming shenanigans. The only fact that summertime exists, the fact that it's not the same time, same day everywhere. Shows you how, I know sunflower seeds use tropism, which is where you actually, if you time lapse them, they'll actually stare at the sun as it goes by in the sky. It's a cool word, tropism. Can't wait to see it in a Magic card. Maybe it already has. Anybody find one? Quick game, go find it. Alrighty, win that first one. A bit too fast for our opponent. Oh, let's see. What did we do last time? We brought in Gut Shot, but this doesn't look to be that kind of a deck. I think Tormod's Crypt here, again, is going to be what we're mostly after. Exile target artifact or creature. You know what? I could actually use this on myself to get rid of a, what do you call, reality acid. I might be able to pull that off since we're not really going to have to worry about defense in a, versus a deck like this. I do want to keep the Tormod's Crypt there. Pauper Akbar. Good to see you, my friend. Yeehaw. Curfew might be even better. Let's do 1 and 1 and see which one we like, eh? And Welding Jar, maybe one less. And I don't want to go too crazy, but we'll play 2 Curfew. Let's get rid of Ravenform. We don't need that in this matchup. What do I rather draw? Let's keep a scale just for the tempo. It's not so much that we need that defense. It's that, like you saw that, I think it was the last game. Preordain, oh, we got a free spell, or, you know, to get all those Frogmites out a few games ago. It can be a thing. Oh, Azorius. Good times. So yeah, our next little break will be the Oompa Loompa song, but done with magic. And I apologize in advance. It's quite the earworm. And if you don't know what that means, because English might not be your first language, an earworm, you know, just gets stuck in your head and you can't stop humming it and stuff. So anyway, Sharazaman. I think the same day everywhere. Oh, because we're all in summertime as well. I love our little Pauper family. We got a lot of the same. We'll keep all of this. And pass the turn. I love our hardcore regulars. Some of you soon to be. Keep this ritual going, baby. Woo! We have no draw, but boy, do we have a lot of fun we can be doing. We'll get out stuff that we don't care about too much. This hand is broken. These are the kind of hands where you're like, man, maybe I should take this to a league. But we saw why you shouldn't in those first 2 games. Boop. Don't even have to trip the pedal. Look at that. Now, if there's sprites or anything aboard, you know, you got the tooth to take them down with the Ornithopter. Nothing's ever dead. Woo! Tough call, tough call. And if a journey shows up here, we're screwed. All right. Yep. That takes all the wind out of our sails. Now we turn into just lightning bolt math. Boink. And because of that, well, you know, I'm going to lean heavy on this this guy here. Actually, it was definitely a bit of a misplay there because decks like this probably run like a Seagate Oracle or, you know, the 1/5. And so it's just going to cost me a mana later. I don't know. My logic there was like, oh, I want him to, you know, focus on getting rid of that and not an Ornithopter for the late game. But we're not about the late game here. But we can lose this one. Revoke's pretty hard to get around. I've even thought of, what's that blue hexproof spell? Mizium Skin? Ah! Every time. If only I had a mind like that in high school when I was taking like the SATs or something. You know, I actually almost got into geology for those that are really bored and didn't ask. We were talking to the neighbors last night and we were coming up with all these just kind of like things that almost occurred and whatnot. And I was really into geology in college. I almost majored in it. Mohs hardness scale, conchoidal fractures. I like a lot of stuff to do with geology. Good times. Crystallization. Say anything like that and it's interesting. Any annul? Nope. Good times. Remember that mistake I made last game? I'm going to correct course and go like this. Yeah. So Curfew would feel interesting here. I don't know if it's worth a Frogmite. Might be for tempo reasons. We're only hitting for 4 a turn. This should have been lights out, but that revoke was... it revoked our opportunity to squish them. Squish like grape. Uh-oh. What's he got here? Gain 2 life. Is that just enchantment, or is it the both... oh, yeah, just enchantment. Come on, you don't want to hit crystallization? So the tooth is a nice little backup plan here. It's not much of a, what do you call, surprise factor. But it can get there, and we can stop that from hitting us. Good times. Given the color combination we're facing here, I will sacrifice a turn with that tooth on a Frogmite if I need. Looks like you might have a blink plan coming up here. Who's to say? Like I said, this deck runs on 1 mana. I wish I could just draw 1 seat guaranteed, and I would be happy as hell, but he'd be a rock star. Uh-oh! You hear that sound? That's Pauper Tim winding up. This is a smart player. You know what's giving this thing gas. It's not my mana. Yep. There's the sound of the pun engine. Firing up. Incoming. Here we go. Daylight savings time for summertime is a mess, says Captain Vlad Tippis. There is a good and clear Wikipedia article on the subject. The short version is North America and Europe both have it, but North America starts earlier and stops later. Yeah, we got to get rid of that stuff. Get everybody on some world clock. Thanks a lot, List. All right, let's feign a little weakness here in that I'm going to act like, I've got another one of those trip spells. We don't have anything here if he wants to block. But I also want to put that seed out for dust-to-dust bait, so he maybe doesn't pick on my creatures, and he thinks he's got me there. But come on, where's our Bastion Inventor when we need him? I played too much of this game. I knew that card was coming. I don't even know his list. This looks to be a different list. Like maybe he's just an Azorius fan. Of course, I can't be 100% sure this was our 3rd round opponent that we trampled over so quickly. Yuck. Well, we can't really do much. Get our artifact count up. But now we know more about the list. And I don't like the... Whenever I get cutesy with Curfew, there's just way too many utility creatures in Pauper that come into play and have awesome effects. And we're looking at 2 of them across the board from us. All right, here comes the life total. So unless it's against hexproof or heroic styles, usually best to be kept in the sideboard. Now we're drawing really dead. Yeah, I'm in North America. California to be somewhat exact. I don't think that's any big secret. I would love to change that. I have more of a, especially as I get older, I feel like I should live in Montana or something, just out in the middle of nowhere with like a really good internet connection and sky for days and days and go dig up dinosaur bones and stuff. I got to have me some forests in my life. In fact, even when I have lunch on the lot over at CBS, there's this little cove of trees and a bench, and I have my healthy lunch, and then I lay on my back and just stare at the canopy and listen to a podcast, and can feel your blood pressure go. Actually, I can't. I'm relaxing, that's all. Alrighty, well, we got a nice little surprise here. It only works if they block, and they're going to kill my guy. I guess we'll go like this. Make sure it's a tooth this time, right? Yeah, you're right, Captain Vlad Tepes. Maybe soon. I know Elon Musk is doing his best to make that a thing, right? Well, I'm going to lose the Frogmite regardless. Do I want to take one of these guys with me? Not really. It's kind of a giving up move, right? I'm like, whatever. I'll just get in damage. Boom. I haven't seen any blink effects. I'm sure they're coming. Boy, he really respected that Frogmite, didn't he? My goodness. I think if I came in at just crazy wealth, like, you know, where you just can buy, like, you know, entire, like, mountain sides and stuff. And I would buy where I grew up in a little town called Pollock Pines, and we were the only house on the lake. And I would keep my house as it is, obviously make sure there's no mold or things like that. And then I would build like a Snoopy layer where I would lift the house up, excavate, make this huge, awesome thing that lives under the forest, but doesn't mess with the mycelium. And then we could have and then I'd get rid of all the other houses, plant all the trees, and then just, it would look like the most unassuming little house, you know. Wasn't much to look at, but so much good times. All right, Krark-Clan Shaman, I like you, and I like the scale because we can keep him alive, maybe. I don't like Curfew in this matchup, now that we know what we're up against. And did we bring in anything else? We didn't really see too much graveyard stuff going on. I'm sure it's headed our way. Yeah. Welding Jar, maybe one less. And maybe just one Shaman. Yeah, let's try that. Boop. All right, one more game after this. We're going to have the Oompa Loompa song next. And I will be playing a lot today. It's hanging out. So if you see me in the tournament practice room, come by, say hi. Got any ideas? Send them to paupergan@gmail.com. Whether it's for a commercial, a deck, whatever. Try to keep it to 1 a week, though. We got a few of you get a little overzealous. Whoa, I almost screwed up. I'm so glad I didn't screw up. Yes, we like this hand a lot. 1, 2, 3, 4. We got a Thoughtcast turn 1. We'll keep this for sure. We'll yield, and hopefully we catch somebody in the lie, in the trick. It's not a lie. What am I talking about? Yeah, when I was a little kid, I wasn't too big of a Peanuts fan. I mean, who isn't a Peanuts fan, meaning the cartoon, but really, really, really enjoyed Snoopy's sort of like, he had this little doghouse, and then if you haven't seen it, you know, he goes down like into a basement, and then it's just, he's got basketball courts and just all this just crazy stuff. And I was just like, oh my God, that's so awesome. 3, 4, 5. We don't have it yet. We might get it with this. And we did. If you look closely, I believe we got it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. No, because we got to do the thing. Just in case I'm wrong, let's see if we can do this with this. With this. Yay! All right, we do have it. Boop. It's a turn 1 4/4 hex proof with the bone saw next to it and another bone saw behind it. Yeehaw! Love when that works. Yeah, I've always liked subterfuge like that, you know. Instead of having some big mansion, everybody gawks at it, and you're a theft target. You just have some little like humble-looking house, and it's like, oh well, we'll go on to the next place and steal that. And it's like, I told you guys my Mr. T story, right? I had to have all these years streaming. Yeah, I won't even bore you with it. Alrighty. Given the tempo of the turn, I'm gonna go here, and I'm actually gonna trip a this for this because I just want to try to get this match over with. Let's try to get a win quick. Turn 1 hand vomiting never gets old. It sure doesn't. Yeah, you can have 4 or 5 bad games with this, and then you'll have 3 or 4 good ones, and you're like, woo! It still just makes you feel like it's Christmas or your birthday or whatever you celebrate. Maybe you have Silverbluff Bridge Day, right? Decorate the bridge, bring gifts, leave them for strangers. I just made that up. Sounds like a good holiday. Hello, Mold Drifter. Where's your life gain now, sucker? Woo! Oh, tempted with the... all right. Thank you, Tooth, for showing up. Boop. More damage. Problem here is that Faith's Feathers will get rid of one of our attackers and reset their life. I'll try to get there first. No sense in showing our hand here. We could have played it. We'll just keep it up. Good scenarios like this when you're deck designing is like, what do I want that Silverbluff Bridge to be in this scenario? Definitely not a land. But I do believe I'm going to cut 1 island. I haven't seen it this game, but those first 2 games, that was new to me. I haven't seen that really happen. Okay. We lose the Thopter. They don't gain any life. We still hit for 6. We got the game here, unless he's got to win, because the tooth and the double bone saw, he's got to have a blocker. That'll do it. All right. That's interesting. All right, well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we could do that. Pay the mana first. It's usually the best way to do it. We can tap that, or we can pay for it. I'll do this. Let me, I want to keep that. Yeah, I don't know about this. Yeah. Hold on. You give us our dude back. We'll just do this. Tap here, play that, attack. Got him dead to rights either way, I think. Who knows, maybe they're running a bunch of holy days. Darby, a card you don't see often, right? Whambo! I wish we had another. Oh well. This reward is suspicious. Redeemed. Burn white borders. Oh! Who redeemed it? I see redeemed white borders, but it doesn't say who. Claim your prize. Burn white borders, 10,000 points. We will be burning a card at the end of the show. And my house will stink. No, there will only be one. Hexxen Rouge. I'm so glad it's you, my friend. Woo! As we pull even 1 and 1. All right. We have to burn. Let me set up my Cathedral of Flame here so I don't forget. And what do you think I got? Yeah, I got the matches up there. All right, I'm going to roll to this clip. We'll be back to play the last game, and we're going to burn. These are your choices, Hexxen. We've got a Plains or a Sandstorm. Yes, there are 2 left, so these are the last 2. And, yeah, we'll be back right after this catchy song. Woo!
Screw flood, mulligan 2. I've got a magic puzzle for you. Screw flood, what should you keep? Choose incorrectly, you will soon weep. What do you get when you keep 7 lands? A perfect curve from an opponent's hand. 4 mulligans, and we'll see what you get. 3 basic lands and a dumb blood head. Screw flood, what should you do? Bad luck is always opposing you. Screw flood, by the long face. 2 badger spells don't all have retrace.
We're back up against the Orange Mitten, also known as Pauper Tim. No, we don't want to play first. I hope he's not going to rub our face in what he said earlier. Hopefully we can be the quicker. We got a scale. This is all right. Not optimal. We'll keep though. And we will be burning Sandstorm after this match. Here we go. Bump in the night. Boom, boom, boom. Since we're going to have so much stuff, we might as well lead with the bridge here. There's not going to be much of a reason to do anything else. I just wish we had one of our big heavy hitters right behind this. Let's go. Realistically, the only threat is the Frogmite, given that we didn't draw Tooth. Instead, we drew Scale. Is this... Card advantage on a stick. Nice and quick. It's the red Therbin Inspector, right? Woo! All right. I think he's going to know better than to do that. But we'll just attack with all 3 of these. Since we did draw the Tooth. Much rather it be a 4/4 of the Hexproof Persuasion, but we'll see where that goes. Bloop! And I'd rather, if he's going to take something out, we do it with that. Sauce. Come on, where's our 4/4s? I'm not going to stand a chance if we keep drawing like this. the orange mitten. So we lost 2, won 2, and now it's kind of a game or round 1 rematch of sorts, but definitely a better opponent and a better player, I would assume, as well as we'll get that welding jar in there, as well as a better list. Aha! No attackies. I'm very happy you got the card of your choice there, Hexxen. That's awesome. Do this to this. Boop. Come on, give us some big boys. Big 4/4 fatties. No. Ugh. Attacking again. Boom, boom, boom. Here we go. What do we have here? Ooh, madness. Very curious. Yep, that'll get there. Now what? Double tooth is what? Do we take out the imp? What do we do to the damage? I'm not sure what the correct answer is. I think we just do the damage here. Do the damage dance. We can just keep that alive with the other thing, right? Yeah, let's get our... we'll keep this alive. We can keep the Ornithopter back from now on. We'll play this. Yeah, might as well get rid of that. And that. I don't think there's much graveyard interaction other than bumping the knight, and that's quite a few turns away from happening. So as you can see with the tripping of Welding Jar and the Scale, this deck can put up a fight. A little bit resilient. Nice little combat tricks. Plays kind of feels like white when you play it. Wish there were more flash effects in Pauper. Remember when we first started streaming, I did those Flash Gordon decks with the theme. But man, you would think a movie that crappy and old wouldn't have so much copyright infringement hits on stuff. But boy, does it. Yeah, that'll get there. I like these style lists so much. I haven't sleeved this one up that Pauper Tim is playing, but it looks pretty robust, as he was claiming. No lie. There comes that. Here comes this. 2, 4. Who knows? We'll just play this out. Attack. Yep. I'll say tooth, just in case he does have some sort of weird removal. You're already dead, maybe? That would have to have been dealt damage, right? Scale will keep it alive against a trade, but not what he's swinging with. Okay. Flash Gordon is a huge classic for me. Oh, nice. The movie or the list? I'm assuming you mean the movie. I used to get Little Fights so irritated in the early days of streaming when we would play the Simic Death Touch list. You know, oftentimes people go, you think that's viable still? And I don't. I think you have to go Bant with it, which makes it really clunky, just so you can make the thing survive. Because there's one of the only other problems with Pauper is, you know, as time goes on, just removal gets more and more and more and more efficient. And so there's not enough creatures with hexproof and stuff, in my opinion. There needs to be more things like the Bastion Inventor, not just for hexproof, but just so other colors can rejoice in the you can't touch this sort of mentality. Woo! Welcome sight indeed. Come on over, you ugly Vidalkin. Vidalkin. Terrible draw. 2, 4, 5. Let's bump in the night again. It's 6, isn't it? Yeah, 5 and that. 2, 4, 5. And why not? Let's do it so I don't forget. Boop. Keep this a mystery. And we'll attack for 4. You know what? Let's spread out the damage. We don't really have any blockers. Just got a kitchen imp trick. I guess we'll see it. We'll say tooth, spreading out our love. I'm not that versed in Pauper history. Ooh, not a problem. Nor should you be. That's my job. I bring you the news, the Pauper news. After doing this so long and making so many custom commercials and stuff, I've just been, sometimes I'll open up a folder and I'm just like, oh my God, I forgot. There's like these 30 videos I haven't played in, months or whatever. So we ain't going anywhere. That's what I'm trying to say. Down to 7. Hopefully they just have lands. We got a whole lot of hot nothing here. Well, this kind of a board, we don't really have to... I mean, we saw edicts in that other list, and that's really what meant the difference. This one, probably not so much. We're winning the damage war here. I just don't know how long it's going to continue. We've got welding jars for days. I'm going to lean on this. We can always use that scale if it's a lightning bolt style effect. Ooh, it's down to the wire, folks. One of the other ones, easily the hardest ones we ever did with Cooper the Red, winning that Pauper horse race. If you haven't seen that in our videos, make sure to check that out. That was a lot of work. That made me doubt, like, boy, after you post it and you're like, okay, let's do the math. That took me like 36 hours of graphics and editing and voice work and mixing everything up, like a full work week. And I think as of last count, it's like 700 views. It's like, what do I got to do? But every once in a while, one of you out there in the ether will be like, they'll find the channel. Actually, it's happening about weekly now. And they'll be like, how is this channel not bigger? And I'm like, I don't know. Okay. Are we dead? Does he got it? Here comes eating of life, probably. Booyah! Crunch! That was a closer than I thought. We'll put an L there. We'll say bye. Oh. I'm just glad that this is an archetype now. Rakdos was always about reanimation and stuff, and it's just nice to see. All right. The drawback to that is that Tormod's Crypt's not going to get there. I know it helped us last game. I'd rather have a counter magic in play here. We're going to bring all of these in. Scale's interesting. I'm going to keep it because it can keep Myr Enforcer alive. What am I trying to say? I like this, I like this, I like this, I like this. We could probably lose one saw, one Preordain. I'm going to lose one island, actually. Let's go like that. Whoop. Burning the card. Coming up next. I apologize. I don't know if I have my large camera preset loaded because I rebuilt the software. I'm not quite sure if I did that. I don't think I did. So unfortunately, hexxen Rouge, we're going to have a little small window for the burning of the card, but maybe if you can grab a clip of it, if anybody wants to look up how to do that on Google real quick. And I know on Twitch there's something, as a viewer, you can make a clip and then it just stays in our channel or something. So it's like just of the burning of the card. I would appreciate it. One or many of you can do that. And we'll be finally done. Gosh, the next one doesn't get burnt for like, I don't know, a month or two. I think we might actually come up on a year of that being like a contest. Apologies if it got old. I like it. Got all these ashy cards sitting around. Here we go. We got to win the next two to go 3-2. It's a tall order. Nope. I'm just glad I have remembered to do that the right way each time. We like this hand, do we? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We do have a tooth. We've got counterspell backup, and we got the jar. I'm going to lean on keeping this just because we can always draw into a Myr Enforcer. I love white bordered cards, says Captain Vlad Tepes. And we start the same as last game. There we go. We've got options. Let's do that. That, and then sure, maybe he's got some sort of duress effect. I don't want to get stuck not getting our Bastion Inventor out. Quite the slow roll here. Okay, I know all about that card. Blood tokens are so awesome. Have you noticed this? Whenever we always come to this crossroads. Whenever I have Bastion Inventor, it's proposed, Did I have other options? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to get this dude out, man. Come on now. Enough of you Thoughtcast bait. It's just like, hey, like a little devil on your shoulder. Like, don't cast that awesome 4/4 when you could have this. It's like, what's this? Oh, it's behind door number 1. Maybe it's another mana, and you'll feel like a genius. Or maybe it'll be a bunch of crap. We've got a serious clock here. They can't really do much about the Bastion Inventor, because it's neat to play something that's so threatening in blue that is completely impervious to like blue elemental or red elemental blasts and such. Enough about that. We got to keep our life total healthy here. All right, we're going to Thoughtcast here for sure. All right, we like this a lot because it gives us lots of options. We'll Preordain here, straight out of the gates. Oh boy, top. We got backup. Woo! Let's go. We could stop that 2 from happening. I'll just chump. Boop, boop. Here comes 5, soon to be a lot more. And we've got the Hydroblast backup plan. 1, 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, yeah, we can lose the Ornithopter on a block here. I respect this list enough. I don't want that imp to get in for any more damage. Free creatures! Free creatures! Free chocolate! Fiery Temper headed our way? Nope. Even worse. Keeping them alive for quite a while. I wouldn't put it past Pauper Tim, aka the Orange Mitten, to have got rid of all of his, or a lot of his red spells and keep me drawn dead here. A risk you can't afford to call, or a bluff you can't afford to really call. 8 life, yeah, I'm going to block here. Be nice if we had a scale. We could just turn off this kitchen imp for days. I think we've had Pauper Tim's number the last few times we've played online, so if he does get revenge, it's well earned. That is for sure. Yeah! Things are getting serious. Woo! Just in case he's got removal. Yeah! Some serious damage. Cause some serious damage. Hey, yo. I sure hope you guys like that Thermal Alchemist Searing Spice steak commercial sauce thingy I did earlier. That was one of, that's in my top 3. Bottle Gnome Bourbon's really high up there. I don't know. I guess everybody's got their own favorites, but tell you one of my favorite written ones I've ever done was that Phyrexian weird enchantment. Ooh, man. He is drawn strong here, and these are hurting bad. Okay. One of our oldest commercials, but man, when you read that script, it is dense. Every other word's a private joke. That's what I should do. My wife's a transcriptionist. I ought to have her, a stenographer, I should say. It's like, hey wife, write down all these commercials so people can marvel in the lyric glory. Sometimes not the case, but with some of them, I'll stand behind. My stomach is going crazy. Yeah. Coming over for 12. And now yeah, we're probably going to hit for 5 here because he's probably got a Galvanic Blast. Of course, if he did, he'd be pointed at our face, I would think, right? Okay. Bump in the night, 2, 4, 5. Ooh, he's got it. Can't do much about a bump in the night. Smash to smithereens. Destroy it, and we'll regenerate it. That does 3 to us, though. That's a damage spell. Let's do this. Close games. Make no mistake, he's playing a very tier 1 list, so okay, keep him in single digits, but depends what he gets here. This is down to the wire for sure. Are we going to get killed with a vampire's kiss? That'd be a nice way to sign off for the day, right? If I'm going to lose, I'd like it to be to the orange mitten. Don't quote me on that. Has he played a land? Oh, and we go down swinging. All right. Oh, look at that. Extra damage. Crunch, crunch, crunch. He's got us good. All right. Don't go anywhere because we're going to be burning a card right now, folks. And sorry for the ugly screen. But since the stream's going to be over so quickly, I got to get ready here. So I want to try something here real quick. I'm going to see if I have this preset. I do not. All right. So apologies, Hexxen Rouge. Thank you for turning in the burn card, but it's going to have to be on the small screen. We used to go like big. Might be a little bit hard to see, but I want to wait to make sure he's ready. Hexxen, you in the house? I would hate for you to be like off doing something and missing the glory that is burning a white bordered card. We'll keep it at about that angle. And it's about to get stinky in here. Yeah. All right. Let's see here. I guess I should probably bring up this since I know it's working. All right. Let me make sure everything's still going. Burn. I know, Pauper Tim, I just want to make sure Hexxen Rouge is ready. I guess for the sake of the show, though, he can always rewind it. If you're going to take a clip, please do it now. As we here on Propaganda don't like white bordered cards. And so this is the second to the last. We only have a Plains left. We have burnt Gravedigger, Circle of Protection Red, thanks to Chimpskey sending it all the way from the Netherlands here to be burnt. Circle of Protection Black, Nausea, Pestilence. We've burned Counterspell. So Ayuhara, hello everybody. Oh, we're done playing, but we're going to burn a white bordered card live on the air because somebody turned in their Pauper point. So here we go. Say goodbye to Sandstorm. White bordered. Oh, you know what? I forgot to hold it the right way. Hold on. I got my tweezers right here. And so I can do it the right way. See, I'm out of practice. All right, here we go. Round 2. Hey! And away it goes. Don't you know? Woo! Uh-oh. There it goes. Let it go a little bit more. No fire alarm. No fire alarm. No fire alarm. Woo! All right. I got ashes everywhere. Hexxen Rouge, our hearts and minds are with you, my friend. Stay safe. Hopefully you saw that. Don't save the white borders, Pauper Tim. You already beat me. All right, guys. I'm going to roll to an out. Thank you. Please share the channel. Let everybody know about it. Let's try to make something happen. Too many of these comments. Oh my God, this channel, blah, blah, blah. It's like, yeah, well, tell people about it. Help me out. I'm just one guy. All right. Love y'all. I'll be playing all day today. I got to get out of the smoke. I'm going to roll to this. We'll see you next time. Woo!